Now I would like to introduce Dr. Das, as I've mentioned his name a few times in this presentation. He's actually has been now my newfound friend, and I'm so glad. He's helped in this program. He helped in the book that we are going to be launching today as well. And we'll tell you more about the book a bit later. But let me talk about Dr. Das. He's originally from Guyana, came to Canada in 1955. He's a medical graduate from University of British Columbia with a general practice of medicine and surgery for over 40 years. His interest in spirituality has been lifetime. In 1995, he produced a 13-part series titled Religious Horizons for Rogers Multicultural TV, interviewing religious leaders from Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism. Dr. Das has also been the past president of Vancouver chapter of National Indo-Canadian Council. He's the founding member of the Global Clergy Association of Canada. He's the president of the Kabir Association of Canada. He is the producer and the editor of the Kabir Voice and for the Kabir Association. He produced many books. One is called Kabir Bhajan Amritam, which is used by the Kabir Panthis all over the world. He produced songs for the Divine Book of 180 Kabir's poem, and the list keeps going on and on. We are honored and delighted to have Dr. Das amongst us. Please give a big round of applause to Dr. Das. Dr. Das, come on the stage.
Thank you very much, Jody. It is because of Jody that I'm here, and because of Mahanjai. Both of them spoke to me on the telephone, asking me to be here, that I should be here. So thank you both. Jody has given you a long introduction of me for a little fellow, but I'm supposed to talk about Kabir, and I'm very happy to be over here to talk to you about it. I think many of you know about Kabir. We call him Satguru Kabir. His Swata Sant means that he was a born Satguru. He did not have any education, as some of you probably know. He did not have any schooling. He appeared in a place called Lahartara, which is about 6 kilometers outside of Varanasi. There's a lotus pond, and he appeared among the lotus flowers. He was taken up by a Muslim weaver, Niru Anima, brought up in their home. His guru was a Hindu, Ramanand, and so we wonder how this happened. He was brought up in a Muslim home, but his guru was a Ramanand Swami. And he said, he's not a Hindu or he's not a Muslim. Hindu kahun to hu nahi, Musulman bhi nahi, panch tat ki putla gai bhi khele mahi. He said, I'm not a Hindu, I'm not a Muslim, but I am that being made of the 5 elements, and the divine being is in me. That is who I am. What he meant to say is that the soul does not have a religion, and for us to connect with our soul, we cannot be dogmatic about religion. We have to rise above the dogmatism, rites and rituals, and all the other things that go along with religion. Because religion really is to connect your soul with God. It comes from the Latin word religare, to reunite. And to reunite God with you, you need to go within you. Kabir Sahib, as you heard of bhajan, Moko kaha dhurhe bande, mato tere paas mein. Where can you go and search for God? Has anybody found God anywhere in the world? Kabir Sahib said, no, you cannot find God anywhere outside. If you want to find God within. If you want to do puja, you can worship the deities. If you want to find Nirakar, Nirgun God, you have to go within yourself. That is where God is. So he taught along this line. And he is said to be the father of Hindi poetry. he started Surat Shabda Yoga. He introduced Satnam as the name of God, because Satnam, the eternal name, the true name, is neutral. Anybody of any religion can use Satnam, but they cannot use Ram. If you're a Muslim, you cannot use Khuda, Allah if you're a Hindu. So Satnam is neutral for everybody, so he introduced that. And he said, God is without form. He is above all qualities, all qualifications. He is niragun, and he is above all qualities, gun atit. So Kabir Sahib was a saint for everybody, a Sadguru for everybody. Charlotte Vaudeville, the great French Indologist, stated that Kabir for the Hindus was a Vaishnava Bhakta. For the Muslim, he was a Pir. For the Sikh, he was a Bhagat. For Kabir Panthis, he was an avatar of the Supreme. For the Patriots, he is a promoter of Hindu-Muslim unity. And for Neo-Vedantists, he is the preacher of the eternal religion, the religion of man. That's the religion of the spirit. So if we want to know Kabir, we cannot only study his words, we have to understand them. Because he said, as you heard earlier, Prem prem sab koi kahe prem na chinhe koi dhai akhar prem ka pare sa pandit hoy. You cannot become a scholar by reading all the scriptures. Poti par jag mua, pandit bhaya na koi. You can read all the books you want. You cannot become learned in knowing God. Scriptures are only like recipe books. You study them, you learn what they have to say, then you go and do them. If you do not do what the scriptures tell you, then it's not of any use to you. You can only regurgitate the words. So I would like to thank all of you for being here, and especially Jody for her first attempt now for bringing this type of program. And she contacted me at the beginning to use 100 of my poems that's in the book that's outside. And this is the book that Jody has produced, and she will introduce it later on. So I'd like to thank you very much, Jody. Thank you very much.
Actually, I did want to talk a bit about this book and tell you Dr. Das's contribution in this. This book is called Songs for the Soul, featuring 100 beautiful poems of Saint Kabir. And these 100 poems are English translations of Saint Kabir's poems. And these translations were done by Dr. Das himself. When I first contacted him that I wanted to do this book, and I asked the permission to reprint, and he gave me permission graciously. He did not ask for anything. He said, if this means spreading Kabir's message, I'm wholeheartedly for it. So thank you, Dr. Das, for your contribution in this. And this book has spiritual reflections, my own spiritual reflections on Kabir's poems. And as part of this program, we are actually launching this book and offering each one of you a gift card to get a book free of charge. This is about $20 book, but we are giving you free of charge at the next book signing event. So as long as you have a card, make sure you have a card, which we are giving one per household free, so that you can come to the book signing event and get it free of charge. And I would like, since there's so much contribution of Dr. Das in this book, I would like to present my first book to Dr. Das himself. Thank you.